Welcome to another video in our remote production course where we're going over Zoom, which has emerged as a wonderful remote production solution, a great way to bring in remote guests, a great way to manage your remote connections and bring cameras in. So I wanted to discuss why Zoom is such a great tool for remote production. Let's jump into it. So first of all, Zoom has really evolved over the years, and many professional broadcasters use Zoom as their backbone to bring and kind of cloud-based video into their productions. And there's a lot of ways to bring Zoom into production software. There's a lot of ways to just use Zoom as a simple multi-camera, multi-source 1080p video switching and streaming solution. Zoom is clearly looking to become a solution for podcasts, talk shows where you have remote guests. They've even made some key product launches and acquisitions to position themselves more in the virtual events world. So we're going to go over a lot of that. If you don't know, Zoom already offers direct streaming to YouTube, to Facebook, and to custom CDNs, meaning you can put in an RTMP streaming destination of any kind, and Zoom will stream the video to that. Zoom also is starting to build in some more professional features such as NDI in Zoom Rooms. And they also have a new feature called Zoom ISO, which is we'll talk a little bit about that, but a tool that allows you to manipulate Zoom with hotkeys. And we'll take a look at some of those features today. It's a great tool also for just bringing remote guests in. And there's some tools that were maybe originally designed for the meeting space for online rooms, but actually are great for having like a green room and breakout rooms. And we'll talk a little bit about some of these really awesome solutions here. Now, one of the things you can do just to kind of wrap your head around using Zoom for production is you can capture the video of Zoom and bring it into your live streaming computer. And you can do this in a couple different ways. You can use NDI screen capture, which is a free NDI tool, and we'll be going over some of those NDI tools in the next video that we do. But you'll be able to capture NDI video, bring it into your production switcher, and you can have control over what person is being pinned. And we'll talk about pinning different people and different sources as well. You can also send video back to the far end, and we'll show how that is done today as well. You can use a virtual webcam input into Zoom so that you can get the output so the far end, the guests who are joining Zoom can actually see what's being broadcast and when they're live. So it's a really great tool. And you can kind of merge all of this together into a really beautiful system. And I'm going to link to some like more in-depth webinars that I've done on YouTube that go over this. But just to give you an example, we've got a PNG file here showing on top of 3 different video sources. We've got a camera that's on me here. We've got 2 different Zoom captures. One is showing the active speaker in the bottom left here, and then another is showing the entire Zoom event. So all of these people joining from all over the world, showing the whole gallery view. And so you can see we've put this into a production and a graphic overlay and really turned Zoom into a tool for remote production. So very interesting. Zoom also has a Zoom Events platform, and you can combine Zoom Events and Zoom meetings with your live stream. And this is really interesting. You can live stream to YouTube, to Facebook, and you can broadcast the ability to join the Zoom meeting. It's allowing people to come on to your live event and talk to you and ask questions. You can even use Zoom as a tool to have breakout rooms where you can have people in specific areas within your Zoom meeting so they can have small group breakout sessions. And all of this technology can be in support of your mission, right? So you can use live streaming to broadcast to a large audience. You can use Zoom to have more two-way communications with your audience. And then you can use breakout rooms to get people to more specialized spaces where they can get more in-depth information. So it's really, really cool. This gives you an example of a Zoom event that we hosted recently where there was a live streamed track on the left, right, where we're doing a presentation. It's very much more like a webinar where maybe there's some Q&A. There's definitely a live chat, but we've got this live stream. It's a lot more of a one-way situation. And then we have a professional development track where folks are invited to go into the Zoom session where they're able to collaborate and we're able to have those breakout rooms. So there's so much you can do with live streaming and video communication solutions like Zoom. You can see here just an example of our producer using vMix. And this is a great example of we were using vMix as our video production and live streaming solution. And vMix has a virtual webcam output solution. And virtual webcam outputs are available in OBS. They're available in Wirecast. They're available in a lot of solutions. It allows you to output your session. And I'll show this in Zoom right now. You can see here, now I'm getting a little bit of a windowing effect here, but essentially the webcam that is coming into Zoom, and you can show this, it's okay. The webcam coming into Zoom is from vMix. So it's okay to show windowing, and that's the only way for me to show this in the current setup I have. But that is the video actually going into Zoom. So interesting how that can work. You can go from a public scenario on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, right, to a more private session in Zoom. So it's a very powerful combination. And I really recommend that you consider live streaming with the ability for people to get more interactive, get more involved, whether it be a Facebook group, a LinkedIn group, what have you. It's powerful when you combine these technologies together. So in the breakout rooms, just something to consider with Zoom, and I'm going to go ahead and show some of this now in Zoom. And what I'm going to do here is show the Zoom client, and I'm going to show how all these features on the bottom here are allowing us to do a lot of really powerful things during a Zoom event. Now, for one thing, in the security area here, you may want to have a waiting room. And what you can do is this is a room where you can have people kind of waiting, and in that way you don't allow people to just jump right into a live video and audio solution on your live stream, but you can actually have people in your waiting room on your team just kind of asking people, hey, do you have good video? Do you have good audio? Are you ready to come on the live stream? You can also have all these security measures for allowing people to do certain things, which is very powerful and important. Over here we have the more option, and one of these I'm going to show in the more option here is the ability to start live streaming. So we can live stream to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, etc. We can also manage breakout rooms. And breakout rooms, what you can do is you can create 5 breakout rooms. You can manually assign people or automatically mix people into these breakout rooms. It's great for getting people to discuss and collaborate and do more with, this technology. So we kind of showed how this ability to take a Zoom meeting and bring it into a produced environment allows you to have a really engaging live stream. And I wanted you to kind of understand that you can capture all of this video from Zoom, whether it be WebEx, whether it be Microsoft Teams, into your video production software. It's just as simple as a desktop capture or an NDI screen capture. So very, very exciting stuff that you can do. And you can mix together a host, a co-host, a presentation, and bring the entire Zoom meeting into a format like this. Now, in the breakout rooms, you can allow the host to assign participants into those rooms. So you can work with a team, you can work with a distributed team, and we're bringing people from all over the world together. When they join the breakout rooms, they leave the main meeting room and go into a small breakout room. And as the host, you can open all the breakout rooms, you can close all the breakout rooms. You've got full control over how all of this works. This is an example of managing the breakout rooms, and you can see here you can move people around, you can exchange them, you can open and close and manage how many people are in each breakout room. Really, really cool stuff. Now, in addition to this, you can look into a few new tools. One of them is called Zoom ISO. And what this allows you to do is export individual Zoom participants into an isolated video output. It supports NDI, it supports SRT, SDI, so that you can literally take 1080p video streams from anywhere in the world and bring them into your production environment. It even supports advanced audio routing with Dante virtual sound card, loopback, and black hole. So it's really, really powerful stuff. For $29 a month, you can get the light version. And for $45 a month, you can get the pro version, which just gives you so many different options for bringing all of this video from Zoom into more professional environments. Zoom OSC integrates into software that supports OSC. So it allows you to do all the control of pinning and spotlighting and video toggling all inside of OSC supported devices. And I'll show you in the keyboard shortcuts here, without even getting Zoom OSC, you can start to use some of these shortcuts to enable further control over your Zoom meeting. So for example, you can change these, by the way. You can change these to be what you want. I could say when I click number 8, I want to switch to speaker view. Or when I click number 9, I want to switch to gallery view. So you can actually use a keyboard and mouse or a Stream Deck to start controlling Zoom. And it really becomes a powerful tool for bringing remote guests and remote video sources in to your production environment. Now, another really cool tool that just came out for Zoom is called Tiles. And this is a very user-friendly way to create tiles of like kind of branded graphics. This is great for virtual events, and Tiles just came out, so take a look at that if you're interested. Now, the other thing that has come out recently is that some video production solutions, including vMix, which is the one that I use quite frequently, now actually supports Zoom natively. So you can actually bring Zoom into, now I haven't installed this plugin yet, but you can bring Zoom directly into vMix. And there's a plugin that's required for this. I've seen this at IBC and I've used this quite a bit. It's really, really exciting. The ability to bring Zoom directly into vMix. This is also supported in NewBlue FX and many other solutions because Zoom has opened up their API. So it really makes it like you have a virtual event control center, and it is just really, really cool. So the key takeaways are that Zoom is really a leader in the broadcast industry. They've got their Zoom Events platform allowing you to mix and match Zoom webinars and Zoom meetings all together into one awesome solution. Zoom's even made some key acquisitions, bringing Zoom ISO and Tiles into their ecosystem. And they even support direct streaming with NDI in the Zoom Rooms platform. So it's a really, really great tool for remote production. And I encourage you to start testing Zoom with your remote production workflows. All right, that's it. In the next video, we're going to look at NDI tools and hosting vMix in the cloud, OBS in the cloud. So let's get into it. I'll see you in the next video.